Hello everybody. My name is Laura. What's yours? Today I'm going to be telling you a story about a little chicken called Charlie. I'm going to be signing and speaking, and we can sign together. Before I begin, can you sign chicken? Let's do it together. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Quack. Very good. Let's begin. Once upon a time, in Kensington Gardens, there was an allotment. Do you know what an allotment is? An allotment is where we grow some food to eat. In the allotment, there lived some chickens. Can you sign? Chickens, chickens. Very good. In the allotment lived some chickens, and there was one chicken called Charlie. Every day, the gardener would come into the allotment. There he would collect the chickens' eggs, and then he would give the chickens some food. But Charlie didn't want the gardener to take her eggs, so she came up with a plan. One day, when the gardener wasn't looking, Charlie darted around him and went out into the park. Charlie had never been in the park before, and it was very big. She started to look for somewhere to lay her eggs. She saw some long grass. That would be a good place to lay my eggs, she said, and she walked into the grass. There she saw a butterfly. Can you sign? A butterfly, a butterfly, a butterfly. Very good. Charlie saw the butterfly and said, "Hello. Please, can you help me? I'm looking for somewhere to lay my eggs." "Yes," said the butterfly. "Follow me." The butterfly flew up to a leaf. There she lay her little eggs. Said Charlie. "That is too high for me. But thank you, butterfly," she said, and she walked on. Charlie looked and looked around the park, and she saw some woods. She walked into the woods, and there she saw a snail. Can you sign? A snail, a snail, a snail. Very good. "Hello, snail," said Charlie. "Please, can you help me? I'm looking for somewhere to lay my eggs." "Yes," said the snail. "Follow me." Now, snails move very slowly, so the snail and the chicken moved very slowly towards some logs. The snail squeezed underneath a log, and there her tiny eggs were underneath. "That's too small for me, but thank you, Snail," she said, and she walked on. Charlie looked around the park for somewhere to lay her eggs. Then she saw a pond, and there was a frog. A frog. Can you sign a frog? "Please, can you help me?" said Charlie. "I'm looking for somewhere to lay my eggs." "Ribbit," said the frog. "Follow me." And with that, the frog hopped into the pond. Charlie looked into the pond, and there she saw tiny eggs all clustered together. This is called frog spawn. That's too wet for me," said Charlie. "But thank you, frog," she said, and she walked on. Poor Charlie was getting tired, but then she saw some hedges. Can you do that? Hedges. She went underneath the hedge. There was lots of dry leaves. Charlie gathered the leaves together to make a nest, and she settled down. Charlie then felt a bit strange, and pop, 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 out came 3 eggs. A few days later, Charlie was sitting on her eggs, and she felt them move. She looked down, and there was a crack in the egg. It was wiggling, and then pop, out came a tiny chick. Oh, and it was beautiful. A few days later, the gardener was going into the allotment to give the chickens their food. The gardener was very sad. He had looked everywhere for Charlie but couldn't find her. As the gardener went into the allotment to give the food to the chickens, he saw Charlie and her 3 chicks. Oh, and he was so happy to see her. He opened the door, and Charlie and her 3 chicks walked in. The end. Did you like that story? Can you remember any of the animals that we met? We met a chicken. We met a butterfly. We met a snail. And we met a frog. Well done. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.